What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. These words were written by William Shakespeare, and what he's basically saying that a rose is a rose, whatever you called it, it would still be a rose. And today I'd like to just mention anti-Semitism. Whatever you want to call it, it's anti-Semitism. Whether it's hatred of Jews or hatred of Israel, it's still anti-Semitism, and it is the oldest hatred in the world. If you don't understand it, it's as simple as understanding why Cain killed Abel. Abel was favoured by God and Cain was not favoured by God. After October the 7th, I saw mobs of modern day brown shirts everywhere, demanding from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. And what they were shouting for was the destruction of Israel. Some people didn't know what they were shouting for, they were just sort of following the crowd. But for a lot of people, it was the destruction of Israel that people were shouting for. And I began to think about this, and I thought, from the river to the sea. Now they're talking about the River Jordan to the Mediterranean. So I read the Bible, and the Bible that says from the Euphrates to the Mediterranean, to the borders of Egypt and the borders of Lebanon, what you've actually got is a land that God gave to Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. Also, it is a land that Jesus is going to come back to. Jesus had prophesied to return to this earth, and when he does return, he will return to the Middle East. So I looked into this a little bit more, and I thought, this land, the Muslims claim it is their land, the Jews claim it is their land, and Christianity is relatively silent on the issue. Yet when you look at it, Christianity has got so much to say about it. The Bible is full of prophecies that basically said God would exile the Jewish people from the land. And then it's even got more prophecies that said God would bring the people back to the land. And even beyond that, God will call the nations to fight against the Jewish people, and Jesus will come back to save the Jewish people. We've been looking forward to Armageddon for 2,000 years. And when Armageddon does happen, it is the return of Christ, it is the Jewish people being surrounded by armies, and God judging the nations of the world. So I wrote this book, From the River to the Sea, the conflict in the Middle East from a Christian's point of view. And in this book I've kind of pointed to the prophecies that the Bible speak about, and I would just say, read this book. We live in an age where people don't like facts interfering with their opinions, but don't have an opinion that is not based on fact. So please, read this book, buy this book, and recommend this book to Muslims, to Jews, and to Christians, and to people who are anti-Israel. Thank you very much.